Hey y'all, I'm Stephanie, and I know that many of you are back in school, and I never actually did any kind of back to school video, so I'm gonna do a couple now. Y'all are still in school, it's still relevant. This video is gonna be all about what I would typically carry with me to school in my makeup bag, and this is just not makeup, it's like hair, makeup, and emergency items. I'll show y'all in a second. I'm not actually gonna do any kind of styling video, but I feel like there's just so many amazing back to school styling videos that I don't really have to do it, but actually for some real style inspiration, y'all should go check out my girl Jenn's new show on the Refinery 29 channel called Hang Time. I'm so proud of her. It's an amazing show. She goes to really creative and stylish people's homes and raids their closets. It's awesome. The video, I'll link one for you. She goes to Jill Wallace's home, and she's just a beautiful individual all around. So yeah, I'm just so proud of my best friend, and you should definitely check the show out. Moving right in, the first thing I have here is a Tangle Teezer, and this is actually a travel one, so it has a little backing so that the bristles don't get caught up and stuff, and I love Tangle Teezers. They're really amazing for dry and wet hair, and I tend to get really crazy tangles, so having one of these around is good, especially if you, I guess, are in some sort of like PE or something and you need to brush your hair out. It's always good to have one of these handy. Speaking of physical activities, I have this little mini deodorant inside the bag. This is actually Secret Clinical Strength. I recently purchased this one actually because I have a trip coming up, but I don't know, I don't really think I need clinical strength, but I've never tried this before, and it was the only one available in the mini size, but I just think it's always useful to have one of these in your bag, especially if you're kind of self-conscious about that. Sometimes you're rushing in the morning and you forget to put your deodorant on, so it's always good to have one of these handy. In the same type of smells, I have this Jo Malone English Pear and FREESIA little spray, and I think this is good for school if you're concerned about smells because it's quite light and it's not a really heavy scent. This will not stay with you for a long time, so you're not going to be really bothering anybody with your smells. Here I have a little Bath & Body Works Paris Amour Pocket Back Antibacterial Hand Gel, and I have no idea how I ended up with this actually. I did not purchase this, but it's always good to have an antibacterial thing in your stuff because you never know if you don't have time to wash your hands. I always prefer washing my hands, but yeah, this one's pretty cool. Has a pretty strong scent and has sparkles in it, but it does the job. Let's just move into some makeup items. Here I have my Hello Flawless powder in Honey, and this is an awesome powder for really great coverage, and the reason I like this compact is that it has the powder inside, and then it also has two applicators. It has a little foamy pad and a little brush for you right in there, so it's everything in one. I hate carrying separate brushes and stuff, and honestly this stuff has really amazing coverage and it's really mattifying, so if you just need to do a little touch up in the day, you can go ahead and use this. And before I would use this, I would actually use my Clean and Clear oil absorbing sheets, and I just have a pack of these all the time with me in my handbag anyways. This is really amazing just for blotting throughout the day. I'll probably get oily midway throughout the day. I don't use these every single day, but for some reason when I'm sitting in class I get more oily than if I'm out and about doing stuff. Does that happen to y'all? I don't know why. But I would blot my face first, obviously, and then put the powder on because that way you won't look super just caked on. Usually when I'm about to run out of a product in my larger makeup collection, I'll throw it into my makeup bag and then buy a new one. So here I have my Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer that's practically gone, but this is just for emergency touch-ups or anything. If I really had a crazy blemish that, I don't know, would wipe out throughout the day, I could apply a little bit of this. And my other thing that I have that's almost out is my Benefit Browsings in dark brown. It's pretty grubby, so my grubbiest makeup is in here, but it's just good to not throw these out, obviously, if you have new ones, and just keep them as backup. And I actually tend to keep these things as backup for traveling as well. For my lips, I have two products. My lips tend to get super chapped very fast, so I have this Waxelene Petroleum Jelly Alternative. I find that this is truly moisturizing. Sometimes lip products such as these tend to even dry my lips out more in the end, but I really like this. It's a nice alternative to kind of Vaseline products. And then I have this POSIEBALM Benefit little hydrating lip tint, which is also, if you want to step up your game a little bit, add a little color to your lips, you can add this. And look how cute the packaging is. It's just really very nice packaging, and very moisturizing. For my eyes, I don't have any eye products in here. I usually wouldn't carry like mascaras or anything, but I have my OPTI-FREE Express Rewetting Drops. Anyone who wears contacts out there knows if you are studying or staring at a board or anything for too long, your eyes just start feeling like they're about to shrivel. So I always like to carry some rewetting drops in my bag just to pop into my eyes. And actually, if I am going to school for a long period of time, I usually will just wear my glasses because my eyes get really irritated and you don't want to be too distracted, you know, while you're trying to study. Next up, I have this little L'Occitane body lotion, which is just good for like hand or elbow or knee lotion. I feel like in class you're just more hyper aware of things like if your lips are dry, or if your hands are dry, if your arms feel dry. For some reason, I'll just really think about it until I get myself some hand lotion. So this is a really nice, very light scent, and it won't really bother anybody next to me if I'm applying it during class. Here I have just a little hairband with a couple bobby pins attached. You never know what's gonna happen, and I actually only recently tried these out, and they're so awesome. Like, I didn't really believe everybody when they said that these are really good for your hair, that they don't catch your hair, they don't cause knots or anything, but it's really, really gentle, and I have to be super careful because my hair is bleached and it can break really easily. So I'm really into these little hair ties. I should have looked into them earlier. I have some random little band-aids. You never know. It's good to be prepared. And on that same type of preparation, I have this Tide to Go Instant Stain Remover. This is funny, like this thing really works. If you get a stain on you and you put this on it, it'll just make it go away. I don't know what it does, it's just magical. And it'll even do stains that are like super old and have been washed through. It's crazy. But it's really funny, I always find that whenever I have this on me, I never need it. And then the moment that I take it out of my bag, I'll get a stain. And I'll be like, oh, great, I don't have this little pen on me. So maybe it's like, I don't know, unconscious preparation for stains. So I just like to keep one of these on me now. Lastly, I have this little macaron, which is actually a capsule for items, and in here I have some random little Advils floating around and some gum. You never know when you might have a headache hit or really terrible breath, coffee breath, you know? So I think this is just a cute little container to keep these things in. And that's it. My bag is empty. These are items that I would carry with me like to high school or when I was going to community college commuting, because I was at school or at a place for a super long amount of time, and in UC Davis or grad school I was able to like go to class, go home, or you know, kind of do it in that way, so I didn't have to have so many items on me. And honestly, a lot of these things I would never even use at all, but it's just nice to know that you have it on deck. Like the Tide pen, it's like nice just to know that you have it. And also, you could be that person that is very well prepared and everyone knows it. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. If everyone knows that you always have gum, you're always going to be out of gum. The next video is actually going to be a Q&A. I've been wanting to do a Q&A series, so each video is going to have a theme, and this video's theme is going to be school. So if you have any questions for me about school, my experience, stress, anything at all, if you would like to tweet me with your questions with the hashtag Stephanie Says, yes, like the Velvet Underground song, I will read the questions, pick out ones that I want to answer, and I will answer them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope your school year is going well. Let me know in the comments down below how it's going for you. If it's not going so well, I completely relate. I went through some shit, that's for sure. But just know that your life goes on. Life goes on. There's so much life after schooling. So yeah, I guess we'll continue talking about that in the next video. But if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you have Instagram, you can find me at Soothing Sister, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Hey everyone, it's me, Jen, and on this episode of Hang Time, we're heading to Jill Wallace's house. We're gonna raid her closet, so if you'd like to see, head on over to our Finer29's YouTube channel.
Let's do a superhero outfit. Something like this. The fabric looks really like aerodynamic, so when I fly, it's perfect.
Thank you so much for letting me stay at your house for a day.